The following program is a work of satire and is intended for entertainment purposes only. No identification with actual persons, living or deceased, places, buildings, or products is intended or should be inferred. And now, the Rusty Stubblefield for President show, featuring world-renowned raconteur, grief counselor, and unemployed auto mechanic, the Reverend Rusty Stubblefield, sharing his unhinged views about politics, religion, and just about anything else that comes to his mind in the moment. In the year of our Lord 2026, Reverend Stubblefield looks forward to celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, one great nation under God, currently under the feckless leadership of our country's ballroom builder-in-chief, President Donald J. Trump.
I'd like to thank y'all for listening to my show. I'd like to thank y'all for listening to my show. We's all got a point of view. I like sharing mine with you. Thank y'all for listening to my show. Rusty Stubblefield for president.
On today's show, we have two very special guests. Straight from the Las Vegas Strip, we welcome comedian extraordinaire and the political satirist, otherwise known as the ventriloquial vixen, none other than the multi-talented April Brucker with her sidekick Donald J. Trump. But before we begin, Reverend Stubblefield would like to share the following update.
Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the Rusty Stubblefield for President show. Before I get started, I know I's got a little explaining to do to all my faithful followers. I bet y'all been wondering where I's been for the past 2 months. Now, y'all know good old Rusty wouldn't abandon his parishioners at the Church of Our Lady of Original Sin for some frivolous purpose. Truth be told, being a reverend and one of the Lord's good shepherds, I's been gone 'cause I was called to service by the Lord Almighty Himself. He set me out on a religious pilgrimage, starting with a visit to Rome, Italy, to see if I could help that there Pope Leo feller. I likes to call him by his God-given name, Bob. Anywho, to see if I could help mend fences between Pope Leo, and that there President Trump feller over Trump starting that there dumbass war with Iran. Pope Leo, believes in making peace, and that there Trump feller, well, he'll do anything to distract the public from them there Epstein files. So he figured out that starting a godforsaken war in the Middle East was his best option for doing so. Anywho, Leo, told Trump a thing or two about how war is wicked and evil, but Trump paid no mind to him and threatened to blow up Iran to kingdom come anywho. Unfortunately, I never did get to meet the Pope on my trip. They's got him protected by the Swiss Guard. They's like the Pope's Secret Service, so I couldn't get anywhere near him. That there Swiss Guard sure got nicer uniforms than our Secret Service fellers. Anywho, during my trip, I did get to eat some of the best goddamn pizza and gelato I's ever had. Y'all know what they say, when in Rome, do as them there Romanians do. Anywho, after my visit to see the Pope, the Lord God sent me to Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, to see if I could help address the new gambling epidemic in these here United States. Today, people is betting on every damn thing imaginable. I's heard that after a military fella got some insider info about capturing that there President Maduro of Venezuela, he bet on it and scored $400,000 on the deal. Now, President Trump is considering giving him a pardon 'cause that there feller bet on the US of A to win. Well, anywho, they's got gambling going on everywhere in Las Vegas. They's even got slot machines in they's grocery stores. I went into one to buy a quart of milk, and it cost me $500 before I was done shopping. They's also got lots of fine entertainment venues on that there Las Vegas Strip, and that's where I met today's guest, a right talented young gal named April Brucker. April Brucker is what they call a ventriloquist. She's got a puppet for a sidekick named Donald J. Trump. You see, as a ventriloquist, April puts her hand up Trump's backside and makes him talk without moving her lips. It's kind of just the opposite of what goes on in our government today. All of Trump's cabinet members, well, they's got their heads up Trump's ass, and they's moving they's lips to say just what he wants them to. That's what they's call a puppet regime. Well, anywho, I caught one of April's shows and liked it so much, I went back again for a second time. Even though I wasn't able to meet the Pope, I stuck around long enough after her show to see if I could meet April. Unlike the Pope, she gave me an audience. Not only is she a ventriloquist, but she's an actress, an author, a comedian, a recording artist, and an international television personality. Maybe you all know her from seeing her on Entertainment Tonight, or Judge Jerry, or Inside Edition, or even that there Today Show. The list of her guest appearances is as long as the tail of an Asian grass lizard. Anywho, I asked April if she'd be interested in coming on this here show with her sidekick Donald J. Trump to talk about some plain old politics, and she graciously accepted. So now, without any further ado, direct from Las Vegas, Nevada, it is my pleasure to welcome April Brooker and her sidekick Donald J. Trump to our show. Good day to you, April, and to Mr. Trump. Let me welcome you all to this here show broadcast from Studio 19 at the Conflation Station, direct from Hogs Heads Holler in Kentucky. How y'all doing today?
I'm good. I love Hogsheads Holler. Hogsheads Holler loves me. And I might accidentally adopt the accent because I love Hogsheads Holler so much. And you know what I love? I love Rusty because everybody says that my jokes are rusty. President Trump, that wasn't a compliment. Anyway, Rusty, we're glad to be with you today. I'm April Brooker, and I'm here with President Donald J. Trump, the president of the uninformed states of America. Now, Rusty, are you the real press or the fake news?
I's the real press. That I can say with all surety and confidence. Now, April, they tells me you're originally from Pennsyltucky. That's what we folks here in Hogsheads Holler call the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Has y'all ever been to Hogshead Holler, Kentucky?
I've never been to Hogshead Holler, but I'm from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, which at times, but we're, nice people. We're Yinzers. That's why I talk the way I talk. I'm a Yinzer from Bethel Park. And what about you, President Trump? I'm from New York City. Well, let me tell you, I identify with the people in Hogsheads Holler. You want to know why? Why, President Trump?
Well, tell me.
Because just like them, I'm a winner. And Hogsheads Holler is a winner. And Rusty, you should be White House press secretary.
Oh, I'd surely like that. But I don't think I could take all that scrutiny on the hot press lights. I just don't think I can do it, and I don't think I could work for that Mr. Trump fella, or Mr. Trump, maybe Mr. Trump. What's your favorite things to do in Las Vegas, Nevada? That's where you're living now, ain't it?
My favorite things to do in Las Vegas are to perform stand-up comedy, to perform my ventriloquist act, to write, Mae Wilson, another puppet of mine, and I just did a song with the world-famous Ink Spots. It's called That's the Way It Is. It's playing on radio stations all over the world. It's streaming. Well, let me tell you what I love to do in Las Vegas. I love women, because let me tell you what's legal. Prostitution. President Trump, we agreed not to talk about that, remember? What? It's the oldest profession in the world, and I believe in giving women jobs.
It's a funny thing. So now, when I caught your act in Vegas, you and your compadre Donald J. Trump was talking politics. So while you're here today, I'd like you and Mr. Trump to talk some politics and share your views with our listeners. You all up for that?
We are absolutely up for that. But Mr. Trump, are you up for that after everything you've gone through? Well, in the words of my friend, the orange farmer, Samuel T. Clementine, reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated, just like that of Wile E. Coyote and Kenny from South Park.
Well, then, let's start with this question. This is a good one. This is on everybody's minds today since that Peter Hegseth is testifying before some subcommittee there in the House of Representatives. First off, from your perspective, what do y'all think about that Donald Trump starting up a damn war with Iran?
Fake news. I ran this morning. I love my cardio.
He ran this morning. So do you think that they got the ceasefire going on there? Do you think the ceasefire will hold, or will Trump commence feuding again and deliver on his promise to wipe those Iranians off the face of this here planet?
Fake news. The ceasefire will hold. Why do you think my wife's hair never moves?
So, here's another thing. I take to housekeeping every so often, like dusting around my house every couple of months. I use my
You have someone documenting people do that for you? That's what I do. President Trump.
I take to housekeeping every so often, like dusting around my house every couple of months. I use my faithful old dustbuster. I hears that there Iran, they's got what they call nuclear dust. Sounds like a handle to care situation, if you know what I mean. What the hell kind of vacuum cleaner do y'all use to clean up nuclear dust? I throws my dust away in the kitchen wastebasket. I wonder where they's going to dispose of that there nuclear dust, don't you?
Well, people like me don't clean or dust or vacuum. We have people do that for us. And how much do you pay them, President Trump? I don't.
Boy. Well, I guess he's getting away with something there. I don't know what it is, but around here, we pay everybody and we get gouged just like the rest of America. Speaking of getting gouged, what about gas prices? I drives me one big-ass Buick. Sometimes when money is tight, like nowadays, I live in the back seat. Since Trump started the war in Iran, it costs me near $100 each time I fill her up. You all got a gas guzzler like me, or did you have one of them hybrid electrocuting cars?
Well, I drive a Buick. What about you, President Trump? Well, I have a dragger. And what about gas prices? Gas prices, they stay the same for me, and I don't have a gas problem as long as I stay away from those leafy greens.
Oh boy, well I got some indigestion problems here myself. So do you have any idea when you think the gas prices are going to come down?
When do you think the gas prices are going to come down? Well, when do you think they're going to come down, April? I think the gas prices will come down when you do something about tariffs. I love tariffs. Tariffs love me. Tariffs love you? Yes, it's a great new rock band, the Tariffs. Okay.
The Tariffs. Oh, yeah. I think I heard of those Tariffs. Yeah, they play that new wave kind of stuff. So tell me, that Trump feller, he says that the Straits of Hormuz is shut down. But I got a question. What about the gays of Hormuz? Is they shut down too? They must have some gay fellers in Iran too. What do you think?
Fake news. First off, the Straits and the gays aren't shut down. The brothels in Hormuz are still open, and the brothels are open everywhere. Hormuz for all.
Oh, okay. Boy. Oh boy.
And what about the gays of Hormuz? Well, I love the LGBTQ people. The LGBTQ people love me. I mean, you're fisting me now, April. Duh.
You got any idea when you think the end of the war? Well, you and Mr. Trump, do you think you have any idea when that war in Iran is going to end?
I think the war will end when everyone can get along. What do you think? Well, the war is going to end when I say it's going to end, and it's not over until it's over. But we're going to win, and we're going to get so sick of winning that we can't win anymore. And it's going to be huge, just like my hands.
Now it's time for us to take a break to listen to a musical experiment that E-Dude X cooked up for y'all. It's entitled Got the Spins. E-Dude X wrote the music to commemorate that there Artemis moon rocket joyride those 4 astronauts took. Anywho, enjoy the music, and we'll be right back with April Brooker and Donald J. Trump. Golly, that Edudex is one heck of a versatile composer. I hope you all enjoy taking a little spin round the dark side of the moon. Now, April and Mr. Tramp, seems like that there Trump feller is feuding with everyone. What do you think about the feuding that's going on between Trump and that there nice fella Pope Leo? Is there any chance of a reconciliation between them two?
Well, as somebody that was born and raised Catholic, I hope so. What do you think, Mr. Tramp? Well, we're reconciling already. I'm becoming a Catholic. Wait, President Trump, you're becoming a Catholic? Yes. The Catholics have this great class called Catch and Kiss 'em. Catch and Kiss 'em? Yes, Catch and Kiss 'em. You mean catechism, President Trump. Oh.
Well, that's just a bit of semantics there, but I'm glad he's got that right. So now, Did you hear that President Trump recently fired 3 members of his cabinet? Who do y'all think is next to go?
That's a tough one because he hires people and fires people. What about you, President Trump? Well, I can tell you, Keith Hegseth's gonna go. The bromance is over. No homo. And J. Edgar Gooser, too. I'm sick of him.
Oh, yeah, that guy, he's a real bunch of trouble. He's a hornet's nest in a hornet's nest. Hey, what do y'all think about the Trump administration and the way it's been handling that immigration problemo? They handling that okay?
Well, I've got illegal immigration under control. I'm getting rid of them one by one and Jose by Jose. I told this joke in front of my Latinos and thought, what could possibly go wrong? But President Trump, now that you're president again, what are you going to do for America? Well, April, I'm going to make America white again. Excuse me? I'm going to make America great again. But you said white again. Great, white, what's the difference?
Yeah, that guy's got that all confused. I can surely tell you that. Hey, what do y'all think about the Democrats' chance of winning the midterm elections and taking back the House and the Senate?
Fake news, they're losers. We're going to win, and we're going to win so big that we're going to get so sick of winning, and then we're going to win again, and it's going to be a red wave and not the kind that my wife gets once a month.
Well. So what do you think about the affordability crisis in these here United States, Mr. Tramp?
Well, I'm rich. I can afford anything. It's not a crisis for me. Next question.
Yeah. That kind of self-serving stuff is just it's his playbook, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. It's and I'm trying to get him to be a nicer guy. President Trump. But President Trump, why do you think you're so good at what you do? Well, April, I'm a billionaire. I've written books on business. My last one stopped at chapter 11.
Yeah, and many times. So talking about billionaires and billions of dollars, here's an interesting question for y'all. Do you think it's worth spending $60 billion to send astronauts on sightseeing tours into outer space to colonize the moon?
I think, I was proud of the astronauts when they came back. What did you think, President Trump? Well, I love the moon and the moon loves me. Do you want to hear a joke? Not really. What do you call one illegal immigrant on the moon? I don't know, President Trump. A problem. What do you call 10 illegal immigrants on the moon? I don't know, President Trump. An even bigger problem. What do you call 1 million illegal immigrants on the moon? I don't want to know, President Trump. Problem solved. To the moon, April, to the moon.
Yeah, sounds like what that Mr. Ralph Cramden used to say to his wife, Alice. To the moon, Alice. I don't know if you remember that show from the darn 1950s, but that was one heck of a popular TV show here in the US of A. So let me ask you this, Mr. Tramp, would you all like to live up there on the moon?
Well, let's just put it this way. If the United States can colonize the moon, I'm all for it. I think that we should have taken Greenland. Greenland? Why Greenland? Well, Greenland, Iceland, what's the difference? Greenland and Iceland are two very separate countries, President Trump. Greenland, Iceland. But are you as equally mixed up when it comes to the moon? Well, you know how Crandon sent his wife to the moon? He didn't send his wife there. He just said he was. Sometimes I wish I could send my daughter Tiffany to the moon. She's the ugly one of my children. Then I never have to see her again.
Well, that's one heck of a way to isolate one of your daughters, but hey.
Yeah, really. President Trump, what else do you intend to use the moon for? Easy. Like I said, you put them on the moon. So you want to deport the undocumented people to the moon? Yes, to the moon, like I said. Oh dear.
I just can't believe it. I mean, just think about living on that there moon. I wonder what a gallon of gas is going to cost up there. You got any idea? Right now, it's $5 here in the U.S. of A. What do you think? How are we going to get gas up there in the first place so people can drive around in those lunar modules and vehicles?
Yeah, that's a good question. How are we going to get gas up there? Easy. We get a lot of beans up there. That makes no sense. No. You make no sense. You're the one that's putting words in my mouth. I'm having a gender identity crisis. I'm coming out on this podcast as transgender. What?
Oh, boy. Well, I don't know. I just like the heck what he's saying. So you all tell me this. I have a question, and this would be my last question for you today. Given the recent fake assassination attempt on President Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, do y'all think it was a good idea for King Charles and Queen Camilla to pay this here U.S. of A a visit?
Well, I've seen Queen Camilla. And if she can do anything, she can scare anything with her face, even bullets.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, she ain't a.
Hey, that's an answer that I would die to give.
Well, April, I want to thank y'all for sharing your insights about the state of our union with the listening public. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you and Donald J. Trump for appearing on this here show today. Y'all are invited to come back anytime you all please.
Thank you. And thank you. And Rusty, I love you. And I love your town. And you should vote for me in 2028 when I'm king of the world. That's Leonardo DiCaprio's line. Fake news.
I'd like to thank y'all for listening to my show. I'd like to thank y'all for listening to my show. We's all got a point of view. I like sharing mine with you. Thank y'all for listening to my show. Rusty Stubblefield for president.